out to the headquarters of Eagle Creek. We're gonna meet up with the CEO, Travis Campbell. We're gonna see what he has planned for the company. He just took it over 2 years ago, and his vision, and we're gonna check out some really cool products that he has and what he has for the future. So on we go to our journey. Guess where we're at? Dinosaur National Monument, and it's the quarry. Come check it out, it's so cool. This is what the building is, and this is what it used to be.
Come on guys, there's a place for my eyes, right?
So we're driving along the road, right? And I saw stuff on the road, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these are crickets. And check this out, see all these things on the road? They're giant crickets. Look at the size of this. Ah!
So it's not like super duper hot, but it's like warm.
It says it's 72 degrees. It's okay. It's not acid. Jody, where are we?
We're at Eagle Creek.
That's right. Steamboat Springs, Colorado, right?
That's right.
So, what are we gonna do?
We're gonna go meet Travis.
That's right, we are. We're excited.
Yeah.
Travis is the CEO, owner of Eagle Creek.
Morning.
Hey, morning.
How are you all?
How you doing, Travis?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jared.
Hey, Jared.
This is Jody.
Hey, Jody. How are you?
Got Josh over here.
Josh, good to see you again. Yeah.
This is Eagle Creek, you guys. This has been a big brand for a long time in the travel industry, right?
Yep. Name's Travis Campbell. My wife and I acquired Eagle Creek in fall of 2021. So not that long ago, but we're coming up on our 3rd year anniversary.
Oh my gosh.
We sort of joke this is Eagle Creek 3.0 because Eagle Creek's almost 50 years old. So founded in 1975, Southern California. Owned by or founded by Steve and Nona Barker, really long time travel industry folks. They sold the business to VF Corporation, which is a big public company. Owns brands like North Face, Vans, Timberland, and owned Eagle Creek for quite a while until fall of 2021. And then my wife and I carved it out and took it private and moved it from Denver, which was its most recent home, up here to Steamboat. We're an adventure travel gear brand. Right? So we make luggage, duffel bags, backpacks, packing cubes. We like to think we sort of invented the packing cube.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of our brand has been about organization and confidence when you travel, and very much focused on the adventure side of the travel industry. And so we've always said there's sort of 2 segments of our business. There's the travel industry segment, and there's the outdoor industry segment. And Eagle Creek has always lived at sort of that overlap between the two. So when you look at our product, you see, heavily water-resistant fabrics, big durable zippers, like edge reinforcements for abrasion. Now almost everything we do is recycled main fabrics at a minimum. So like these bags, this is our new Gear Warrior line, 100% recycled main fabrics.
Dude, this thing looks like you can like just dunk it in water, like.
Yeah, we don't do waterproof, like fully waterproof. I'm always cautious.
Yes.
We don't seam tape, and we don't necessarily do waterproof zips on most things. But
but the material is pretty cool.
Snow, you can let it get rained on. It does pretty well. So, everything we do is about functionality too. So, all of our duffel bags have got backpack straps.
Cool.
Like multi-modes of carry, stuff like that. And again, focus on durability and sort of long-term wear and tear. We want these things to last a lifetime. That's a big part of our sustainability story. And if you run into trouble, we repair a ton of bags every year. So, 50 years of making bags, we've made a lot of bags. And, they get used out there in the world, going really cool places, and sometimes bad things happen to great bags. And so we do a lot of repairs as well.
And then this is the same. It's like kind of like a canvas material, but this is still like.
Yeah, so this is what we call our no matter what duffel. It packs into its own zipper, or its own pocket, right?
Oh.
It's essentially, this is the retail look at it, but it unfolds and
No way. Oh, that's
and refolds
surprising.
back into it. Totally.
That's amazing.
That is cool. Okay.
That's the
What does this turn into?
That's just a sling bag.
Okay.
Essentially, yeah.
It's not a transformer. Okay.
Yeah, this one doesn't transform all
Okay.
that much.
Fun texture in it. Is
That's
that a
cool.
new-
Yeah,
So you could
that's actually
choose-
a new line coming out in July.
I didn't see this on your website or anything like that.
It's called
So
Explore.
that's really cool.
It's made with a super cool wax impregnated poly.
Yeah, check it out.
So it actually will patina, like you can, like you see, it looks like almost a little bit scratched. It will. That's the wax just within the actual fibers. So it will. We call it the patina of your life as you use it.
And you can switch which shoulder that it's going to.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yep. That was the original logo.
Okay.
Which I think is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
The travel world is full of black bags.
Yes.
And so we certainly offer black bags, but we also want to offer just interesting colors that let people express themselves.
It's cool. I like it. We've seen a lot of bags, and these definitely stand out. So
What you see in all these boxes are spare parts. Some of these things could be like spare parts for 30-year-old bags because our goal
You
is
still
to be able
make
to
'em?
repair everything.
What?
Yeah, and so sometimes we've had to resource like a handle from 40 years ago. We've had to like find a new one that works. But when somebody has a broken bag, we want to be able to fix it and keep it out of the landfill. Wheels are probably the most common thing that breaks on luggage, right? You can think about they go over curbs and over cobblestones and things. We try and actually just ship a spare wheel straight to the consumer.
what decides, like, kind of where you have it manufactured? Because I'm just kind of curious, like, why Vietnam, why Indonesia, like, why not like both in the same place? Was it just a certain company that just does exactly what you want, and so that's
so we've worked with the essentially our primary manufacturing partner for about 25 years, and so really long, strong partnership, and they've been great. And so they're actually a South Korean owned factory that set up most of their operations in Vietnam. We want to work with the people who build the best bags in the world, and we can design and develop them, but at the end of the day we need a partner who can actually sew them and put them together and build them in a way that matches up with our ethos around sustainability and longevity and durability and all that cool stuff.
cool.
We do 2-wheel and 4-wheel generally in carry-on.
It's got 4.
2-wheel is more practical.
Dude, you could go off-roading in these ones here, right?
So
Like,
4 wheels, we try and have them be pretty durable looking wheels. 2 wheels a little bit more functional, like if you're going over cobblestones and things, right? 4-wheel doesn't do so great in that environment. And so we generally recommend 2-wheel for people that are really doing like significant adventure kind of things.
how many handles do you have on this?
As many as possible. Right? So one of our things is grab handles.
Okay.
Because like when you're out on an adventure and you're pulling that off a truck or you're pulling it off a camel or you're
And this texture, like a canvas, heavy.
It's heavy canvas. Yep, it's all recycled fabric. It's a polyester. We do a lot of expansion panels these days, right? So the idea of like how do you maximize your carry-on space? So packing cubes going in here, right, like really efficiently. Your compression stuff, you can pack an amazing amount. Your packing cubes, if you get a little overloaded, you can open up this expansion panel that gives you like another 5 liters or so of space.
That's awesome.
We always try and have some interior organization in what we do. Usually there'll be a laptop panel. On this bag, it's sort of an interesting carry system, so you can put like a bike helmet or say your heavier jacket, right? Like you can fasten it in on this little setup. We call this a convertible carry-on. So inside here is actually backpack.
Whoa!
Right? So it's like certain scenarios you need to be hands-free, like when you're out in the world, and so this is just a really cool backpack or cool piece of luggage that at the end of the day you need to throw it on your back for an hour or two, or even just to get up the stairs in the metro in Paris or something.
Where do people get your products? They can come directly to you?
They can come directly to us on eaglecreek.com. We sell through like all of the traditional luggage stores, specialty outdoor stores, REI. So here's another great example. This is one of our best-selling bags right now. It's called the Cargo Hauler XT. Right? So it's more of a duffel style fabrication. A few different pockets. It's got a trolley sleeve, right? So it has some structure to it, but it's super light, right?
Oh yeah.
Like not a lot of
Oh, yeah.
Again, all recycled main body fabric.
That's awesome.
But this one also, like almost all, oops, I'm sorry about that.
No way.
Almost all of our bags, right, has backpack straps. So you can quickly convert it. Again, if you're like, you're traveling somewhere where you need to go up a big set of stairs and you don't have to, like carrying it like this is kind of awkward.
Yeah.
You can pull those backpack straps out.
Okay.
And real quickly, just throw it on your back and then.
Not meant to like go long haul, but.
Totally. Yeah.
But because there's no hip, but
Yeah,
it
there's no hip
helps you
belt
out
on that.
for getting up. How many SKUs do you guys have?
We have,
Like,
give or take 500 SKUs.
Oh,
So, yeah, because if you picture every packing cube and all the different colors that we do, and right, it's a lot of product to manage.
what would you say is like your number one SKU that like, just like, oh man, that's our like, that just flies off the shelf. We can't
gosh.
keep them stocked.
The Cargo Hauler XT, so actually this, right, for people who want sort of a more simple bag than the Gear Warrior, this Cargo Hauler XT
Okay.
is generally in the top 5 also.
Packing cubes are like kind of new for me because I'm new in this.
No, once you try packing cubes, we always say you never go back. This particular cube set is always in our top 5. Memo knows more. I don't think I'm exaggerating. For sure knows more about Eagle Creek product than anybody on the planet.
Wow.
Probably knows more about building and repairing luggage broadly than anybody on the planet.
Wow.
Just an amazing resource. The speed at which he can fix things is just extraordinary.
So Steamboat,
Yeah.
how did it get its name?
Right. We have a lot of hot springs in the area.
Okay.
Supposedly one of those springs had kind of a whistle
like a-
sound that sounded like a steam engine.
Okay.
And so they thought it sounded like a steam wheeler back in the day. So Steamboat.
Does it still make the sound?
I don't know which one
Oh, okay.
it was, and I've never heard one that sounds quite like a
Okay.
Steamboat.
Where are you from? Like, where'd you grow up? And
I grew up near Seattle.
Oh,
Went to school out on the East Coast in North Carolina. And then
like college when you say school? Okay.
I went to college at
Okay.
Duke, and I had the opportunity to then move here to Steamboat and work for Smartwool as the
Okay.
brand president.
Okay.
When VF decided they wanted to get rid of Eagle Creek, it was actually in a window of time where I was thinking about what I was going to do next for myself professionally, and I'd reached a level at VF where I wasn't actually running a brand anymore. I was sitting over a collection of them, and I miss being part of
it.
the brand. Like, I love living, part of living in the outdoor, being an outdoor person and being in the outdoor industry is like feeling really connected to a brand. I like living in a brand, and
Yeah.
and so it was just an amazing confluence where VF wanted to get rid of Eagle Creek. I didn't want to see it go away as a brand. I knew it as one of, like I say, the OG outdoor brands,
Yes.
like in travel brands. And so, one night my wife was like, why don't we buy Eagle Creek and you can move it to Steamboat and, you get everything you want.
So before she said that, did that ever cross your mind?
It didn't. No, it really didn't. I was so caught up in like the other things that it just didn't really cross my
You're just
mind.
like, oh, it's sad it's going away. Like, I wish we could do something. It's just like, why don't we buy it?
Totally. And like so many things in a marriage, my first reaction was like, that's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
And then I woke up in the next morning and I'm like, oh, she's right. Like,
Yeah.
I have all kinds of new respect for like founders and people who start things from scratch. And in our situation, we were taking a almost 50-year-old brand and trying to breathe new life into it, right?
Yeah.
Which is a different thing than starting from zero and trying to build a brand to have people even understand what it is. Like,
Yeah.
people know Eagle Creek generally,
Yeah.
or a lot of people know Eagle Creek. So we have a really good, my part of my hypothesis was a lot of people know Eagle Creek, right? We just need to fix a few things to really bring it back.
What do you see with the TGA and the path that we're taking now? Like,
Eagle Creek has always sat at that intersection of the travel industry and the outdoor industry. And traditionally TGA has largely, I think, historically been in the box of travel. You know, not a lot of bleed over into outdoor. And for a long time, I think Eagle Creek was one of the only brands that really sort of was playing in the outdoor sector and travel. Like the average traveler, if you look at the data, doesn't necessarily want to just go sit at a pool in a really sort of contained fashion, right?
That's my last thing I wanted to.
Yeah, they want to go adventure, right? They want to try zip lining or go surfing or go, you know, on a cool hike. And so the traveling consumer has changed, and thankfully from my perspective, like, wants gear that can help support that more adventurous trip and the adventurous lifestyle. It's just a matter of being relevant to sort of how the world is evolving. And
Okay, this last show, like, how did that help your business this year? Did it help at all? Like,
it did for sure. I mean, I think one of the unique things about the travel show or the TGA show rather than some of the traditional outdoor shows is, like, we actually wrote business at the show.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, travel retailers like came to the show with a mind toward, like, I'm going to place orders here in the booth. I mean, a somewhat embarrassing story is, like, we actually aren't used to, like, taking orders at a show anymore. Like outdoor sort of evolved away from writing shows to much more sort of brand and marketing shows.
Okay.
Which is great, don't get me wrong, but it's also nice to actually write orders. If you're a big carry-on person, you have to have compression cubes. I could fit 6 shirts in here. Kind of looks like it's this size, right? And then you use the compression to shrink it down. Now the actual form factor is like half.
Yes. Okay, I'm sold.
We literally, like, buy Ziploc bags.
Oh yeah.
Like gallon size. And that seems so much better.
It's so much better, right?
How did this town, like, originally, what was this town founded on?
Like, we have the resort and all of the tourism that comes with the resort. But then we also have, like, a really vibrant ranching community still around town, like people raising cattle and.
So, Travis, what's the future for the, for the company?
The big picture for Eagle Creek for us, like, part of being able to take control of it and have it be private again is being able to run it with the idea of, like, we're going to be able to do good in the world with this business too, like, both for our people and our partners and ultimately the planet. So we talk about using travel as a force for good. I think as the industry, like, we've got to help consumers understand the impacts that they have and how they can minimize those impacts and travel more responsibly. So maybe not going to Machu Picchu in the core season, right? Just as an example, where it's overcrowded already. Like, it's not good to have more people showing up there. So if you really, really want to see Machu Picchu, go at a time when it's way less busy.
To any of the viewer who's watching this, like, what advice could you give?
Find your way to work in your passion. But if you could figure out how to do that, it is pretty magical, right? It's a long life, and work is usually a big component of that. And so finding something that you are really passionate about, it doesn't have to be the outdoor industry. You can be passionate about lots of stuff.
Yeah, do what you love, like, that's kind of all, like, I'm a random person. I've always tried to do that as well, so I don't want to get to the end and, like, retire, right?
Yeah.
And then be like, all right, now I'm ready to travel, you know what I mean? And then my bones won't do it, like I'm an old person now, so so that's cool that you figured out a way to travel.
Well, thanks for sneaking this in.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having us. This has been great.
Yeah, it's fun.
I was really impressed how, like, they're still fixing bags that are, like, almost 50 years old. Like,
right.
And they go, like, the extra mile, like, oh, sorry, we don't have that handle anymore. They're still willing to fix it, like, that was pretty, like, what? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.